we have advancing Mercury. By the time it's on the 16th of May here, which is my dad's birthday. Actually, his is the 15th of May, sorry. So Mercury will be opposing my Mercury. It will be a Mercury in Aries. And of course, I'm just getting warmed up, right, with things that need to be communicated over. Luckily, we have on the 14th we have at 23 degrees Taurus that trines my Venus, which is Mercury ruled. So I might be able to. There's a lot that is very hard to communicate about. We see all too often just too much heat, right? And but the people that are doing that heat, like say in the name of righteousness, really because they're in fact right. Their third eye might be open, but it's not a matter of the third eye being open. It's a matter of how you use that power, which there's only one power to access behind it, to connect, and that's the power of love, the power of the truth realization. And so this is something that could be on the rise for a lot of people. Aries is a good head start. If we honor our Aries, we still have this communication here. Throughout the Mercury being in Aries, I've noticed trends that people were doing. Like it's very harsh. Aries, Mercury in Aries, harsh voicing, whatever it is, could be coughing in the middle, and it's just less of a concern for doctoring that up. It's just very cut and dried. And so anyway, if you've ever known a Mercury in Aries personally, they either have a harsh subject matter that they bring up a lot. Maybe it's about war and the combating of the sexes, maybe, or their voice is just harsh and they're like that. And they're fine people, but they sound like this. Anyway, boy, I've been doing that to my voice too. It's like, can we get out of this? It's now, it's going to be opposing my Mercury, and it's fine. I've learned so much about, energy. Doing conservation, to be able to communicate anything worthwhile it's really important to communicate. Well, now that it's going to be coming up, I've said it so much. We have Jupiter moving into Gemini at the end of the month. It is so good for my generation and for communication. Communications is going to blow up. We're going to communicate about communicating, and because we have Jupiter Jupiter is the planet that points at it's Sagittarius ruled, so it's very interesting to have it in Gemini because it's opposition. There's a name for that. There's some kind of dynamic that you can explain. Mutual reception, I don't know, but um, it's very literal. What I mean is now, gosh, let's look at the word literal. Literary. Literary consciousness. We're talking about literature. What about that? We're not even using the word literal right. When we say it was literally this, it's like, what do you mean it was read as? I mean, you stated it with the on pen and paper that it was literally you said it was this. What does literal mean? I see the word litter in it. This is going to be something that's going to come up, and pretty soon Babylon is going to fly off an edge that you've never seen. It's just going to be spammed up. You're going to say, well, forget those bubbles. What are we doing now? Okay. Beyond all words and symbols, now is it. Dead serious about that as an Aries rising. Whew. Will you shut up? Watch body language only. You want to get real, you want to get hip, put everyone on mute. Their persona, which persona means, per means like as or one as, sona, right, is sound. As a sound is emanation of vibrational sound. The sound, they have a noise coming out. You can just put it on mute and watch body language only. You can just kind of tune it out. It's interesting. Why? See, when you do that, you don't like listen to what they're saying. You don't hear or like focus on what they're saying. You begin to see the energy that where it's coming from and what's behind it. And you're like, oh, they're dishing that out from a place of emptiness or something. The poor thing, let's sit through this because it's batting at its own shadow at this point. Most of it's that way. You just kind of tune it out. I mean, if you it will come up. Maybe standing at the marketplace, and then people are starting to pipe up, especially in a local area. Everybody needs to talk to somebody, and they don't. Let's talk about the rural area. What I mean. And so they're boxed up, and then they go out to the market, and they end up really having a deep connection with the clerk. But no, sometimes it happens at the produce section. Everybody knows that. At the market up here, now there should be an umbrella and a table set up and tea served because you're going to talk for 15, 20, 30 minutes right there over the bananas and carrots about what? We're just happy to see each other, really, needing to communicate. And I'm excited about all of the communications that is going to blow up into the atmosphere as bubbles that we either go like this, but the kids are going to go like, bang, yeah, woo, yeah. It's light hitting the senses. If you have intelligence, you're going to weed out the crap, and say, yes, baby, yep, and that, and all it is confirmation of your own experience. Really, I hope so. I hope so. That's all that it can be, is just a celebration of truth. Other way to say it. What is it? Water is wet. You don't even know what I just said if you didn't have the experience of water and wetness. You don't know that it could be ice cold, solid, and freezing cold. You don't know what that is unless you have experience. Now, why do we give the mind so much power after it's inlogged with all of this interfacing with words and stuff? Is beyond some people's capacity to comprehend. Like, and really, what in hell is really going on here? Really, we're gonna take it to the highest courts of law and say, will you stop? They're gonna say, how do we stop? Can you give me enough money to just exile out of here? I don't want anything to do with what can't stop. But we're doing the best we can to stop it, don't you think? Again, can I have enough money to just get away from all of the methods in which you are trying to, is it really trying to stop it, or are you just trying to hang it in midair and wonder why all the disease and why all the ching on that? And we're in higher courts of law, excuse me. Yes, you can't do much about it. Right. Come with me. Would you like a Learjet? Not really. I think that sucks. I would like to free everybody from this crap. Well, since there's 45 million people standing out there on the freeway, bare naked on account of your ass having been on social media, we might be able to negotiate something, because really, to tell you the truth, you are onto something. And beware. Now, do you believe in God, by the way? Do you remember Jesus Christ? You better hold your breath. H-bomb. Earth implodes. Not really. It just turns into something. Now what? It's just down to who's going to put a railway back in. You want to get a railway going? I don't know. Yes, we can do that. All right. I hope you enjoyed the end of this movie, which is called We Really Don't Know What's Going to Happen Next. And did we ever know what happened before? Vaguely. There's some structures that are worthwhile looking into, but we haven't seen anything since, kids. Nothing. Nothing is going on here.